Breaking, yes, it don't bust for this area as a Biafra independence protests has gone international once more. Yes, my people, normally it don't go international. Yes, everybody knows about it, but once again, it has broken the bar on the international level. Yes, we'll be going directly into the details of this news. Don't forget, we are your one and only Exposed News TV. Yes, these are the details. Also, in response to escalating violence in the Biafra land, yes, in southeastern, he said the protests has erupted across major European cities with thousands of members of the Biafran diaspora demanding international intervention in the ongoing conflict. Yes, we have there have been noticed that there have been demonstrations in London, Berlin, Paris, and Brussels, with the independent people calling for the independent Biafra and condemning the zoo government for its handling of the crisis. Yes, we'll be talking about these specific places, make you go know, make you understand, say everything where they actually happen is something that is meant to be and not a joke. Okay, he says in London, Trafalgar Square, as one way or another, protesters and people that are Biafrans have come across and come around waving Biafran flags. They've held banners and said, "Free Biafra now and end the Nigerian occupation." Similar things were reported in other cities where members of the Biafran community and their allies chanted slogans and called for foreign governments and the United Nations to intervene, which PM Ekpa has been on the sidelines, have been in the apex too, making sure I'm poking around, making sure that these people come to a full-time understanding that there is no going back on this particular movement. The process comes on the heels of the Biafra Liberation Armies and the BNL's movement moving and stopping across the violence that has been taking place in the Biafra land. As zoo forces are in disarray, the diaspora believes that the time has come for the international community to step in full time. I believe they have stepped in some time ago and they have made a few comments, but now they are expected to make heavy comments, heavy comeback, and make effective, what do you call it? Effective impact in this particular time at this moment, because this time is the right time. Okay, he says here that we cannot sit idly while our brothers and sisters are being killed from one Ngozi. We there are said that stays in London. He said the world must recognize Biafra's right to self-determination and self-referendum and force the zoo government to stop its violence. International human rights groups have also raised concerns about the growing humanitarian crisis in the region, with tens of thousands displaced by the conflict and the zoo government's military response. As you all know that these people seek to do complete a genocide in the Biafra land, in the southeast region, and it is not something that is even being hidden on any ground. But then it is not what we'll be looking at whenever we decide to do the necessary things that we need to do. That is just the truth of the matter. We are going to succeed. We are going to make sure we do everything in our power to make everything work out. The United Nations has called for a ceasefire and a peaceful resolution, but thus far diplomatic efforts have failed to gain traction. As the conflict in Zoo intensifies, the Biafra's global presence is making waves on the international stage, putting additional pressure on both the Nigeria government and the foreign powers to address the situation before it spirals further out of control. So okay, my people, now so we go dey give am straight to now back to back. Take notes. That is what we are here for. On another note, it is always good to have it in mind that we are not slacking back on another level. The next thing you will be hearing would be things that concern the Biafra movement, coming from the PM Simon Ekpa. Listen and enjoy. Thank you.
Us to go to the international law, what we're doing. And I would like to make reference to the Montevideo Convention. Montevideo Convention on the Rights and Duties of State. How to recognize and what criteria you have to attain to be recognized as a state. This particular foundation the Biafra government has laid, and we have done the best than any other state has ever done. And I want you people to understand that when we are doing this, they will say, oh, Wazirike made a passport. Under which structure? Under which constitution? Under which instrument? Under which platform? Where is the structure of government of Wazirike? Where is the structure? Where is the government that Wazirike is releasing? Because that's what they do. They say, oh, Wazirike have done it. He released passport. He released a number plate. We are not doing the same. Now, you can print passport, you can print ID card, you can print a number plate. It doesn't make you a nation. It does not qualify you to be recognized under Montevideo Convention. Now, let me tell you what is different between us and Wazirike and the IPOB Nigeria that never fought for Biafra other than political pressure group. Until today, the difference is that we took our time to institute the internationally recognized way to be recognized as a state. Montevideo Convention, Article 1. Article 1 of the Montevideo Convention states, the state as a person of international law should possess the following qualifications. A, permanent population. I want you to now check every other group that has ever fought for Biafra. Have they ever defined the population of Biafra? 1. Article 1 of the Montevideo Convention under international law to be recognized as a state. Article 1 states that the qualification for you to be recognized as a state, you must possess a permanent population. Biafra government have done that through the registration of database and the self-referendum that is still ongoing. We have been able to debunk the lies of our population. Can imagine where over 50 million has already voted. How many are we? How many are we? You can't tell how many Biafrans are in Nigeria. Everything is estimation, including the population of Nigeria. Nobody knows. It's estimated 200 million, estimated to 30 million, estimated every year. There will estimate that is not exact because there is no data. Biafra government in exile and the homeland has attempted to prove the data of Biafra. And today we have something very, very tangible and fact. Now, B, a defined territory. For you to be recognized as a state, you must have a defined territory. And I want to put it to you since 1976, 1967 to 70, to 76 to 83, to until 1999, that the resurgence of Biafra struggle under Wazirike, nobody has ever brought up map of Biafra. A defined map of Biafra. A defined territory of Biafra until this government of Biafra of today, under the leadership of Simon Ekpa, we have defined our territory and we will have 40 United States of Biafra. Well designed and explained.
Yeah, we are muted, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. I don't know. What did I say last?
Well defined and explained.
Okay. So thank you very much. So we have well-defined and explained territory, and it is called the 40 United States of Biafra. Map has been presented to everywhere internationally. Now, if you do not have these things in place, what are you printing passport for? What are you printing number plate for? So when you see them say, Wazirike did it, we are different. Have you seen the different? Under what platform, under which institution will anybody print passport without meeting this criteria under international law? I'm telling you, international law, not law of Africa. Now, number C, a government, for you to be recognized under international law as a state, you must have a government. That is number C under Article 1. Today, Biafra is not an organization. It's not IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, registered in London. We are a government in exile. We have also a de facto government in the homeland for easy transition of government as soon as recognition starts coming. We have put everything in place. I want you to understand what we are doing because you people don't know what we are doing. So today, I will give you a little bit eyes or tip of the iceberg. Number D, under Article 1, I'm still on Article 1, capacity to enter into relation with other states. As Owazurike Mosob, do they have capacity to enter into any relation as a state? Under IPOB Nigeria Limited, whenever fighting for Biafra, do they have the capacity to enter into a relation for any government to recognize them? The answer is no. But today, we are in government, and that's why we can discuss with Congress. That's why we can boldly present ourselves to any government in the world as a government in exile. And under the Montevideo Convention, I want you to educate. Don't just listen to me. Go and educate yourself. Under Montevideo Convention, I am still in Article 1. Article 1 has A, B, C, D. And I am not explaining the D. The D says that you, as a state, must demonstrate that you have a capacity to enter into relation with other states. That's what Biafra government has demonstrated by opening liaison offices all over the world. Not only that, representing Biafra people, coming to their aid whenever the need arises, and again, unveiling and defending Biafra land using the Biafra Defense Forces. Under the Biafra Defense Forces, you have Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Resistance Fighters, Biafra Navy, and what have you. Many more. Police is coming. That is the difference between us and every other Biafra group that has ever made any noise anywhere. So when they tell you Ekpa is unveiling national ID card, Wazirika have done it, tell them the difference. When they tell you, oh, Ekpa want to launch a passport, Wazirika did it. This is what, tell them the difference. The difference is that we are in a government, and under international law, ours are recognized. Wazirike is not a government. Wazirike is just an organization who don't know what he was doing. He has no structure. He has no institution of the government in place. He has nothing. So he was just shouting Biafra, Biafra, and he used it to make fortune under Nigeria state. And you can see that yourself. I'm not here to attack him. He has done a very good job because it is through his platform that Mazinam can come on board. It is through that platform that the Biafra government is here. So it is a betting, a race, a relay race. You run and give, and now we're in the final leg, and I'm going to be the final one. I will hand over freedom to Biafra people. Now, let us go to Article 2 of the Montevideo Convention. The federal state shall constitute a sole person in the eye of international law. This is what we have done. Perfectly perfecto, without no mistake. I am still in the Montevideo Convention. The political existence on Article 3, the political existence of the state is independent of recognition by other states. Even before recognition, the state has the right to define its integrity and independence, to provide for its conservation and prosperity, and consequently to organize itself as it sees fit, to legislate upon its interests, administers its services, and to define the jurisdiction and the competence of its courts. The existence of this right has no other limitation than the exercise of the right of other states in accordance with international law. I want you to understand that exactly what the Biafra government have done perfectly well, because we come with template. We did not just come to make noise. We did not just come to do try and lock. I told you people, it is not about this Montevideo Convention that but I'm just telling you, I just want you to understand, it is beyond this. It is beyond this. And that's why nobody knows what is hitting Nigeria today, including Nigeria themselves. Because I came to this struggle or liberation prepared. Now, I want us to go to Article 6 of the Montevideo Convention. And so that when you are talking as somebody supporting the Biafra government, you will talk like a sensible person. That we are never the same with everything they have seen in the past. Number 6, Article 6 of the Montevideo Convention says, the recognition of a state merely signifies that the state which recognizes it accepts the personality of the other with all the rights and duties determined by international law. Recognition is unconditional and irrevocable. I want you to understand that with this particular article, those who have recognized Biafra of 1967, it is still valid, because this law says recognition is what? Irrevocable. It is us, our conduct, that will now convince them to continue the recognition of Biafra after 2024, December 2nd. They say that this recognition is unconditional and under international law and irrevocable. So you cannot take your recognition back. Biafra government have started a process for this recognition to continue. We have been able to delegitimize Nigeria, which the process is going to take a very long time. It is still ongoing. The sit at home is part of the delegitimization of Nigeria. When they tell you that people are suffering in Biafra, you think that they actually care because people are suffering? The answer is no. They don't care shit about you. Sorry about my language. They don't care. These people don't care if you die. How many people have died in northern Nigeria? Do they care? Are they not human beings? Are they not Nigerians again? Do you see them showing any concern? The answer is no. They share concern in the southeast. Oh, people are dying for sit at home. No! They actually understand the consequences of the sit at home as a vote of no confidence and as a loss of territory and legitimacy to the Biafra people. That's what they are shouting about. Not because of you. The people that they threaten to lock your shop if you don't open, does that show care? So what sense does it make? If you did not open your shop, we are going to lock it. So is that how to show you love? That you must open your shop, otherwise they are going to lock it. They are actually threatening you, doing the thing they are accusing Biafra of doing. So if you do not open your shop, we are going to lock it. And if you don't open, if you open one and you don't open, they will lock it for 1 month. You will never, they will see your shop forever, and you will not sell again. Does that show you that they actually love you? So if somebody who actually cared that you are not going to shop to make money, is it by locking it up if you don't go? The answer is no, because they never care. They only care about restoring this particular integrity they have lost to the Biafra government. That's all. Let us look at number 10, Article 10 of the Montevideo Convention. Article 10 says, the primary interest of state is the conservation or the conservation of peace. Differences of any nature which arises between them should be settled by recognized specific method. This is what Biafra government has done, and we are bringing this to the table by making sure we recognize any differences that arise between us And we settle it by a recognized specific method. Now tell me, what differences has Nigeria solved in the past 100 years? Nothing. They fuel ethnic differences, they fuel anarchy, animosity, they fuel ethnic cleansing, they sponsor terrorism, jihad against Christians, we Christians. They kill us, they burn our villages, kill our women and children, and they have never ever settled any differences of any kind. We are bringing a solution to that under Biafra government. My fellow Biafrans, I want you to understand that in this convention, we are going to unveil a lot of things in order to solidify the Biafra government. We will do wonders, including the unveiling of the Biafra currency, Ejema. Ejema will be unveiled. The constitution amended will be unveiled, voted for, and adopted in Finland. And why this is happening in Finland is because of the terrorist state of Nigeria that will never give us the enabling environment to challenge them in our homeland. So we challenge them from exile. And from exile, we will begin to fight for the recognition of Biafra using every international instrument available to us. And that particular international instrument available to us is not limited to our lobbying different groups, state, government, policy makers, decision makers, government officials, from the State Department to Congress to American Intelligence Agency, to all of them. Because once they follow us, others follow them. The secret you don't know is what I didn't tell you. My fellow Biafrans, in Finland, everything will happen. And today, we've had everything that is needed to make this a reality. So I've just come this evening to let you understand the difference between us and them. And like I said, many propaganda will come. Stand firm. Stand firm. Do not panic. Do not move an inch, for the time to go home has come. The restoration of Biafra will be declared, it will be defended, and at the end of the day, those who believe in what we are doing, who believe in humanity, will recognize us, and at the long run, the shame will be upon the enemy. I will leave it here so I can entertain questions. And the media team, the Minister of Information and the Deputy, over to you from here. Thank you.
Mr. Jerry, over to you.
Oh, thank you, my able senior information minister, and we appreciate you, our PM. Thank you so much, His Excellency. Please, fellow Biafrans, as you have all listened to the PM, you will now agree that Nigeria has expiring dates.
Mr. Jerry, we can't hear you from here. Greetings to all Biafrans. As you pick the mic, please go straight to the point. Mr. Jerry, if you have network issue, you can come down and then come up again.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yes, we give the mic to Minister Success. Over to you.
Good evening, fellow Biafrans, whether you are listening or spacing from across the entirety of the globe. I say, Mechiko Gika Biama, bless you. For you not to have given yourself to these idiots who seek to devour the flesh of Biafrans, using some instruments of Nigerian states. In 2022, during the campaign, they used Peter Obi, and eventually we countered them and declared no election in Biafran territory. And out of 25 million registered votes, they could not boast of 3 million votes, even with the rigging. So now they have found a new job. They are advertising advertising online job, and the obedience who failed P2B are hanging on onto those jobs that we're going to sink them in no distance time. So hang on with our prime minister, hang on with the government, hang on with every of our laid down principles. It is Biafra or Biafra. There is nothing else. There is no option other than this. So thank you and welcome. Prime Minister, good evening, sir. And I want to emphasize on Article 3 of this very convention, this Montevideo Convention. Article 3. He said the political existence of the states is independent of recognition by other states. Full stop. The political existence of the states is independent of recognition by other states. It means that whether other states recognize you or not, let us continue so that I can finish what I want to say. Even before recognition, the state has the right to defend its integrity and independence, to provide for itself conversation and prosperity, and consequently to recognize itself as it seems fit. When PM said there's going to be a declaration of a declaration of a restored independent state of Biafra in Latvia, Finland, people are making jest, people are laughing, which kind of independence, who is going to recognize? The Article 3 said the political existence of the state is independent, not it is depend, it's independent of recognition by other states. Even before recognition from other states, the state has the right to defend its integrity and independence, to provide for its conversation and prosperity, and consequently to organize itself as it seems fit, to legislate upon its interests, administrate its services, to defend the jurisdictions and competence of its courts. The existence of this right has no other limitation than the exercise of the right of other states according to the international law. So please, I would want every learned Biafrans to go and download the PDF of this video convention. It is very, very important. There's going to be a lot of arguments rise after December 2nd, and we're going to use this agreement to stop them, this very convention to stop them. So PM, I want to only say one thing this evening, and that thing is Ojukwu was pressurized to give up on Biafra because they knew United States of America is about to recognize Biafra. To wade into the afflictions of Biafra, they pressurized Ojukwu using this present obedience and make Ojukwu to flee out of Biafra and then postpone the Biafran independence. As you are, I know you and Kume, Simon, you must resist the urge to give up. We must see the end of this very thing. America is about to wade into Biafran issue. I read from the news this evening that Joe Biden called whatever that drug baron, and they were celebrating it. It shows the level of damage we have done. That even any threat from anywhere can call them and they will put it in their news. They should wait. After November 5th, Nigeria will go back to its humble state and Biafra will rise. So, fellow Biafrans, disregard these idiots doing one thing or the other to distract, say they are exposing. They are not exposing, they have nothing to expose. We are whiter than white and whiter than snow. In every case, in everywhere. So be strong. November is just few days to come and December is here. We are going to restore our independence. And the part of it is irreversible, regardless of what we meet on the road. Thank you very much, PM. God bless you.
Thank you very much, for that. And I like what you said.
Hello,
You said
dear
that,
friends. Good evening.
Please, can this person hold on?
It is my esteemed pleasure to speak today on the platform this evening.
Are you people hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you. Protagonist, can you hold on until you're given the mic? PM, right on, please.
All right. So, Sosa said that Ojukwu fled to exile before. Actually, that's a fact. He fled, and that's where I am now to continue until he is back. He's coming back with Biafra and as an independent and recognized state. I will be here to finish the job. I will be here, Biafra will be recognized. I will be here and set up a government in Biafra land. I will be here, there will be a transitional government in Biafra land before I come back. So, anybody that is, thinking twice about me, I've not started. If it is, if the Jew they want to do, I will do times 3. So, whatever Jew they can do. Thank you.
Thank you, PM. The protagonist that wanted to take the mic before now. Over to you now.
Hello, great Biafrans, good evening.
The protagonist that wanted.
Hello, good evening. Hello.
Yes, right on, protagonist.
Hello, good evening, great Biafrans.
I can hear you right on.
Hello, am I coming?
Yeah.
Am
We
I
can
coming
hear
out?
you right on. We can hear you right on.
It is my esteemed pleasure to speak to this hallowed gathering of the greatest of the Indians of being in our space